my nightmare.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Come play with us, Daddy.
Here's Johnny.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fear Freaks podcast. My name is Braden.
I'm Destiny.
And we are the Fear Freaks. I'm not going to lie, I totally forgot that I had that on a loop for a second. That was for the first video. You know, I was just telling Destiny this morning that my goal for this year is to not mess anything up, to not mess one thing up during a stream. And on the first stream of 2023, in the first 2 seconds of it, I mess it up. That's absolutely crazy. But happy New Year to all of you. Happy 2023. I know that we are 18 days in. You guys are probably well settled into the new year, or at least I hope that you guys are. But we are back. We are back here tonight. It's an exciting time. We are happy to be back. Destiny, how you feeling? How's the start of your 2023? And did you have a good birthday? Did you have a happy birthday?
Yes, I actually did. My friend Maddie was able to come down because that's the only thing I had planned, and we were worried she wouldn't be able to. But she did. We actually stayed up till 2 a.m. We got drunk, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really good night. So what about you? What about your birthday?
Yeah. I mean, I had a pretty solid time. You know, went out to steakhouse, ordered some steak, and had what's called a smoked old fashioned. That was really good. See, like, I'm a big whiskey guy, so the smoked old fashioned was real. It had a very smoky taste to it. Like, if you actually like put your nose up to it, I know, right? Like, you're like, yeah, I bet it had a smoky taste, Braden.
No way, dude.
Why don't you give me another detail that's just not like involved with the word smoky? Like, can you do that? Can we be scholarly, please? No, but like, you put your nose up to it, and it honestly smelled like, you know, burnt wood and everything like that. And it was really good. I very much enjoyed that drink. And then we had a lemon drop shot, which normally is very good, but I'm not gonna lie, this one it tastes like bug spray. It tasted like bug spray. So that was like, but I drank it. I have live footage of me drinking the entire thing. So, you know, but it was not very good. So anybody that knows what a lemon drop shot is, that's my sister ordered it for us, and whew, yeah, I could just remember, I could reminisce on that experience. But nonetheless, tonight, guys, we are just we're having a good time. We're chilling. We're going to be talking a little bit about Scream, answering some of your guys' questions. We figured this would be a great way to kind of kickstart the first show of the year. Obviously, tomorrow is a big day for Destiny and I are both Scream fans. Tomorrow, the Scream 6 official trailer arrives, so that's going to be very awesome. But before we get started, of course, I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. I'm going to start something new this year. I'm not going to go down every single name because I just feel like I, sound very weird when I do that. But hello to everybody in the chat. And if if you guys have questions and everything, I hope that you guys ask them throughout the stream so that way we could answer. But yeah, hello chat, and mostly because I just see I see a lot of like comments coming through. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go through it. Lamontre, what's going on? Brand, I feel like I wouldn't be myself if I didn't do it. Like, you know,
it
like,
also seems
I
like
always,
you're being a dick.
Yeah, kind of, right? Like,
bit.
you know, no, it really does, though. Like, all right, so Lamontre, what's going on? Brandon, Atanis, Bretman, Zach, what's up? Russell, what up? Ashton, Gory, who else we got? Carmela, what's going on? Welcome. Ethan, how's it going? Moser, what's going on? Welcome in, guys. Hope that you guys are all doing very well. And if I missed anybody, see, like, the reason I was just doing that is because I didn't want to miss anybody. I normally have a habit of going really fast down the chat thing, and then I end up missing someone, and I didn't want to do that. So, you know, but I hope I got everybody. But yeah, Destiny, what is happening within your world of horror, what's been going on? Like we've like had a couple of weeks now in January, so what's happening? What's crack-a-lacking in 2023 so far?
You know, it kind of is like a little unfortunate because it has been so long. I was like, man, when we come on here, I'm gonna have like so many movies to talk about, and I really don't because I've not been too good with my movie watches, as you know, per usual with me now. But I do have a few things over the past fucking like 3 weeks. You know, um, I can hear myself talking. Do you hear it?
No, I can't hear you.
I can't. Okay, well, I guess I'll keep talking. Okay, so
Can anybody else hear an echo? We had an echo problem on Monday night for the Spider-Man, so can anybody else hear an echo right now? Or is it just Destiny kind of hearing herself talking?
which is honestly okay. Chase is saying echo, so maybe. Okay, Brett said I hear it.
Okay,
Huh.
he said, so Gory also says there's an echo.
Huh.
I can't hear your echo at all, so that's super weird.
Hello? I can still hear it. Hold on.
Maybe try taking off your headphones.
Hello? No, I still hear it. I can't hear my own voice. I can't do that. Hello?
Yeah, just power through. Power through.
Fix it.
I don't know how to fix it. Here, leave and come back and see if that's what's
Okay.
going on. Sorry, everybody. We're having some technical errors this week, it seems, with this audio. And tonight we're using StreamYard. Tonight we're not doing like OBS, which is what I was using on Monday. But this is super weird that this has been consistently happening with guests. So, you know, I'm definitely kind of shocked.
Hello? 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 Okay, I don't hear anymore. I don't
Okay, cool. Awesome. Now, go on. What's been going on with you?
Okay, so I watched a couple of short films, and one of them was called Slut, and it's by the same director that did Watcher, which was my fourth favorite movie of last year. And you can find it on YouTube, and it was pretty good. I really liked it. I also watched the short for Piggy. I haven't seen the full length film, which just came out last year, but I watched the short, and that was really good. I watched the original, the Amityville Horror, which was not very good. Was not a fan of that, but oh well. I watched The Menu. That one I did enjoy a lot. I watched Megan in theaters. That one was so much fun. I really liked Megan. I watched Possession, which is an absolutely fucking insane movie. It might still be on Shudder, so if you want to watch it while you can because it is really hard to like track down. But it's currently on Shudder and it is insane. But I liked it. I don't fully understand the movie. Then I saw a lot of people saying the same thing, so I was like, "Damn, I'm just too dumb to like get the movie." But a lot of people didn't fully understand what it was trying to say either, so that made me feel better. I liked it. It was just really bizarre. I watched Cloverfield, which I really enjoyed that one. That one was really good. And
Really
then
good movie.
today I watched Sick.
Sick?
Sick.
That's is that on Peacock?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's the Blumhouse one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
how
you
was
know,
that?
I thought it was okay. I feel like maybe it got a little overhyped because I kept seeing people say like, "Oh my god, like it's so meta." Because like Kevin Williamson, I think he like wrote this movie, and so like, oh, it just feels like Kevin Williamson, and there's these like great twists and stuff. And I was like watching, and I was like, is this the twist? I was watching with my cat, Elvira. She's laying with me. And I was like, Elvira, is this the twist? Because I don't know. So I don't think it's as clever, you know, in my opinion, as people are making it out to be. But it is a fun, just like slasher, like, you know, it is about COVID and stuff, which I feel like, you know, obviously COVID is still happening. But it's just kind of weird we're getting like a COVID set movie. And it's set in 2020. So it's not like right now. It's set in 2020. But it has some good kills. It is pretty brutal. So it was okay. I don't think it's as great as people are making it out to be. But
Mhm.
I had fun with it still, you know. I'm glad I watched it.
I mean, yeah, that's good as long as you had, fun with it and that it was at least enjoyable. And at least because like with movies like that, like it's very easy to just, if it's not good, to kind of just like pause it and shut it off and watch TikTok or do something else. But I mean, if it kept you at least watching it and you were able to make it through the entire movie, I feel like then that's somewhat of a success, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely do wanna watch that. In terms of like, before I start, is there anything else that you have watched, or is that kind of like everything leading up to today?
That's like all the new watches. I did show Maddie on January 1st. So on my birthday, we tried to watch Watcher, but we were both drunk. So we passed out maybe 15 minutes into the movie. So I did show her Watcher, Disturbia, and Summer of '84. She had not seen any of those. And so we kind of did like a triple feature of movies in like the same vein as like Rear Window, you know? So I did watch those. They're all rewatches for me, but it was cool to watch those with her since she hadn't seen them because we were
Hmm.
trying to stick to a theme. Because I was like, oh, if you liked Watcher, have you seen Disturbia? It's like Rear Window, but 2000s. And she said no. And she was like, let's watch another movie. Is there anything similar to this? And I was like, well, I don't want to watch Rear Window. Like, that's just not, it's not fun enough for the vibe. But I was like, Summer of '84. That
Hmm.
one is a lot of fun. So we did watch those together, and she liked all three of them. So that was a really fun triple feature.
Interesting, interesting. I still have to watch a couple of those, so
Which
like,
ones?
huh?
What? Wait,
I still, I
Watcher?
still, I do have to watch Watcher.
Okay. And
And I also still have to. You said you watched Summer of '84 too. Russell was saying that. Yeah, I need to watch that too. I haven't seen
it's
that.
so good. It's
So
so good.
yeah, those I need to add onto my list. And luckily, I've kind of like I've been home a good portion of these last couple of weeks. Like I'm finally toning down like from everything that like we had going on, like with my sister's 21st birthday and all that shit. So I'm finally able to just chill at home, and this is definitely stuff on my list that I can actually finally watch, which I'm very excited to talk about. That'll also give us a variety of topics we can pick to kind of kickstart the year and everything. But yeah, I mean, really, I have not seen Megan yet. I did see that a sequel was officially announced today with Megan 2.0. I will say I do think that title is very clever for like what it is. I don't know. I know that she's like a little robot and stuff, but I think that the title is clever because I know what the synopsis is from the trailers and everything. So that's definitely you know, something that I was like, oh, okay, cool. I definitely plan on seeing that though. Really horror wise, the only movie that I've watched is The Menu this year so far, and I enjoyed the hell out of that. And I've said constantly, I think I said on Letterboxd that had I have watched this in 2022, it would have been one of my most highly, it would have been one of my highly ranked movies of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So that was definitely a lot of fun. And I very much enjoyed that. But I mean, really, it's just been a pretty slow start to the year. I saw The Menu, and then I just saw The Whale in theaters, which I think was the first movie of the year that I've seen at the movie theater, which
How
is
was that?
it was good. It was good. However, I highly encourage you to have a box of tissues with you.
See, that's why I can't. I don't want
Yeah,
to know.
it's one of those movies, man. Like that. I mean, Brandon Fraser really does have a Brendan, I should say. I always think it's Brandon, but it's Brendan. Brendan Fraser literally
Yeah.
has a major career comeback, and it was really really good. And the fact that he went through what he did, like he gained a lot of weight and everything, because like I see him in The Mummy and I'm like, oh man, like he's a good looking guy, right? But like here it really is outside of really anything I think that we've seen him in, and it's just like it was incredible. I very much enjoyed it. It kept me engaged. The entire movie takes place essentially in his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't think that there's a scene or a moment that is outside of his apartment unless it's like on his front porch, which is about as far as we go. Other than that, the entire movie takes place in this man's apartment. So this movie was made for very cheap, and it definitely is really good. So I very much enjoyed it.
Didn't you watch The Last of Us, that episode?
I did. Thank you. That's a TV series, but still, yes, I did watch The Last of Us. That is definitely horror. So, yes, thank you for reminding me.
I had a feeling you weren't going to bring it up. I just had a feeling. So,
well, thank you. I really do appreciate you. But yes, The Last of Us, which I did talk about on yesterday's stream, and it's phenomenal. Highly recommend people that are fans of horror to watch it. If you're a fan of the games, definitely watch it. But if you've never seen anything or heard about The Last of Us, it's a phenomenal show. I think right now it's got the second highest view rating on an HBO show ever. Like that's how like much anticipated it was, and it's not disappointing so far. As a fan of the games, I have really no complaints. Yes, like I've seen some people nitpicking the shots that they've chosen, like they haven't matched up, and like if it's like say it's like a mirrored angle of it, and I'm just like, really? Like, but some of the most critical shots, some of the most crucial shots are literally game accurate, and I'm just like, that is so awesome. Like there's a scene, and this is just like, this isn't a spoiler or anything, but it has to do with a truck, and as soon as the car door closed, I literally felt like I was holding the controller in my hand playing the game, because we're from this one character's point of view, and it's like where the like you could see through the rear view window, and you've got the two characters in the front seat. It was pretty much game accurate. It was like watching a scene from the game or playing the game, which is just absolutely awesome. So if there are people in the chat that have played the game, you guys probably know what I mean. But yeah, Destiny, you got to watch it. You have to.
well,
watch
I
it.
was going to Sunday, but I didn't. But I will.
Yeah, you got to, because the new episode coming up this Sunday is where, like, the first episode is definitely very much story oriented. We're getting to know Joel, who's played by Pedro Pascal, and he's phenomenal. Yes. I have seen an interview with him, and the interviewer is saying, so you're being called the daddy of the internet right now. And he was reading some tweets and stuff of people like saying that, like, oh yeah, Pedro Pascal is a DILF if I've ever seen one, and he's just like looking like up at the screen. But he is fantastic in the role of Joel. Definitely he has, me on board. He's got a lot of other people on board. Destiny, I know he's going to have you on board when you see him.
Yeah.
So but yeah, this week is definitely going to pick up more on the horror, because this, like, episode 1 did, and I've said it numerous times this week, it did exactly what a show should do, and that's get you on board with its characters, with the story. It pushes the show forward in a way as to, okay, now we know what the next episode is going to be. And then the look ahead, everything that's coming this season, shit, I can't wait. So, yeah, watch The Last of Us, guys, if you haven't. I could literally talk for a whole nother hour and a half on this.
Okay, well, let's not.
Yeah, right. Chad, thank you so much for the super chat, man. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a jerk was Sean in My Special Boy? Oh God, I mean, Sean is he pretty much has the same personality. He's a dickhead, just like the guy who plays him. So that's pretty much like all I can say, really. The guy that plays Sean is a dick. The character is definitely an asshole. Who doesn't tell his friends that this camp is cursed with a psychotic murderer on it? Like, nobody. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. So,
well, it could, because you just,
I know.
Yourself yeah, I don't trust you. I don't know though, because like when I watched it, I was like, okay, like yeah, that's pretty fucked up that he did that. But I feel like that's the only like character flaw, a pretty big one, because spoiler alert, people die because of it. But I don't know. I would say like a 7.5.
So overall, you think he means well, but you think like
Yeah,
that, like the flaw of him not telling his friends or
just
his
ignorance.
so-called friends that, like, I mean, okay, to be fair, his best friend knew. Derek knew, right? Like,
True.
Derek did know. And Derek didn't know that Sean didn't tell anybody else. That was kind of just like a big surprise to him. Like, and like he gets there and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like, you're not still hung up on. And Sean's like, "You better not motherfucking say anything."
Shut the fuck
So,
up.
and then that leads to that whole scene with him saying like, "What the hell was that?" And so yeah, I mean, I would say that yeah, Sean is pretty much responsible for his friends dying.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
pretty much,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it, is that he was responsible. We'll see what happens in a sequel, though. If we get a sequel, we'll see. I don't know yet, but
Mm.
good. God, back to that. Bretman, what did you all get for your birthdays, Braden and Destiny? So, Destiny, go ahead. What did you get for your birthday?
um, my mom took me to Cheesecake Factory. It was really good. If you've never been to the Cheesecake Factory, it is amazing. Love it. And then she sent me money, so I got to buy myself some stuff. And so I bought myself the new Joe, which is Joe Keery from Stranger Things, the guy that plays Steve. He also makes music. He has 2 albums. So I did pre-order the second album on vinyl. It won't get here till September of this year. That's what it says. But I did pre-order that because I did really want it. And what else did I buy? I don't know. And then Brett got me some VHS tapes. And yeah. Oh, Maddie got me some stuff too. I can't remember what was for my birthday and what was for Christmas, but she got me this little pack of lighters, and one of them is Maxine from X on it, and the other one is Danny from Midsummer on it. And
Oh
she
heck
got
yeah!
me some like Eddie stuff, like a poster and like a little ring and um just some like Eddie Munson stuff because that's what I wanted. So yeah, overall, I got some pretty good gifts.
Heck yeah! That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got quite a few good things.
Oh yeah.
For me, my parents, they just got me. I'm going to visit my friends in Chicago in March, so they bought me my flights to go out and see them. So that saved me a little bit of money there, which I was very happy about.
Nice.
Um, so I mean, and that's pretty much all I needed. I really didn't need a whole lot of things. I had, like, we're just coming off of Christmas. Like, obviously, friends got me stuff, my family got me stuff, and everything. So like that was definitely something that I was appreciative of, and yeah, like I really, that was the only thing I wanted, was the, which my mom did ask me. She was like, "Hey, is there anything that you want for your birthday?" And I was like, I mean, honestly, the nice thing is that we went out for dinner, right? Like, we
Yeah.
went out for dinner as a family and everything, and so it was nice to see them. And really, at like this age, it's just kind of like give me like time and spend time, like, with people, do stuff where you can have fun and talk and just kind of be together. So the only thing I asked her is, I was just like, yeah, if you're gonna get me something, like, a round trip to Chicago would be nice, because I've got buddies that I can stay with out there already. So, and that's the weekend. So my one buddy was really trying to get me. He was like, dude, you should just come out for St. Patrick's Day weekend and just stay the whole week, and whatever. And I was like, dude, I would absolutely love that more than anything. I'd love to stay out there for a whole week if I could. But like with work and just with like a whole bunch of other shit like kind of going on, I was like, you know what, just a weekend would be nice. So I get there, like I'm spending like 4 nights there, so I'd say that's pretty good. And we're seeing John Wick chapter 3 or chapter 4 when that weekend. So I'm already, that's like my most anticipated day because it's a day full of drinking. We're binging all 3 John Wick movies, getting absolutely blasted, and then my buddy's girlfriend is driving us to the movies to see John Wick Chapter 4 because none of us are going to be able to drive. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to that. But yeah. Zach says, hey, quick question, Braden. If there are any, will you do a video breaking down Easter eggs that are in the Haddonfield Nightmare? Big fan. Shut the hell up, Zach. I mean, I've never actually thought about doing that, but that's actually not a bad video idea to kind of like pinpoint like where different Easter eggs are in the Haddonfield Nightmare. Granted, if you guys are Halloween fans, you guys probably and are familiar with the whole franchise, you could probably pick up on certain Easter eggs and everything. It's actually not a bad idea. I will definitely look into doing that. I saw another question. So Destiny, I'm gonna gear this one towards you too. Next month, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is officially in theaters. How excited are you for that?
Oh, I am so pumped.
So Winnie the Pooh is actually like my favorite childhood animated character. So seeing now that they're doing this is like, whoa. And it's in theaters, everyone, for Valentine's Day weekend. Everybody can take their dates to go and see it. If you guys have Tinder dates lined up, that is the weekend to do it. It is going to be hands down one of the best movies of the year. So highly recommend getting all those dates, take them out to a nice dinner, and then just go make sure that they are super drunk, bring them to the movie, and they just might have a great time. So, yeah, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So
I'm
excited.
definitely jumping, first chance I get, I will be there.
I mean, I might see it in theaters that weekend. I might see it in theaters the weekend it comes out. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Maybe.
If I didn't see like the menu in theaters, if I didn't see Nope in theaters, am I really rushing to watch this in theaters? Probably not. Probably not, So I'll wait till it comes out on streaming.
Well, I don't even know if it's playing at one of the theaters that's around me because it's only in theaters that one weekend, right? So like I'd have to look, and if there's like a theater 50 miles away from me, I'm not going 50 miles away to see
Absolutely not.
Winnie the Pooh. Like
Winnie the Pooh?
That's actually what it's called. Like that is like the main title. It's called Winnie the Pooh, subtitle Blood and Honey. Like
yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Russell, Braden, are you more comfortable in front of or behind the camera, and do you have a preference? Well, I definitely think I'm more comfortable behind the camera, if I'm being honest. I just like more being a part of the overall production. I like being kind of like the man in charge as to like, this is like what's going on. This is how I see it, and everything. I mean, I can do either or. Like, it just takes me a little bit longer. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Even before I come onto streams or even before I do videos, it's like I have my headphones in and it's like I have to like jack myself up in order to kind of like get into the mood to come on and do this. Because it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort, right? And this has got to be anybody. Like, Destiny, what do you do prior to streams? What do you do prior to streams? I see you laughing right now. I'm bringing you into this. What do you do prior to streams?
Well, I just, jack myself up and set the mood.
See, that's absolutely crazy that you're making fun of that right now. Because, like, I have, like, my head, like, I also played, sports, like, throughout college. So it's like, in order to like get your mind right, like I have my headphones in, I'm walking around and everything. I don't know, like maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm just weird. So
I watch Bob's Burgers before I get on here.
There you go.
Sometimes I'll listen to music, I guess.
So it's just me. It's just me. I'm the only possible person that does this. Like, you okay?
Yes, I'm sure. Fucking Thorn. He's on my desk knocking shit down.
Oh.
Anyways, no, like sometimes, if I'm feeling down, I'll just like slap myself in the face a few times, listen to some heavy metal, do a quick push up or two, and then I'm just ready.
Like literally, I could just see Destiny behind this, like just behind the camera, just going. Like,
Yeah, that's what I do.
as Metallica is like blasting in her ear and everything.
Exactly.
Like,
Maybe
oh
headbutt the
man,
desk a few times. Whatever I
maybe.
gotta do
Yeah,
to
like
get going.
if you're in the mood to do some desk jumps, like that's what you do. That's it.
Yeah, it gets crazy over here before the streams.
But yeah, no, I mean, but in terms of like the filmmaking, I know you just like meant like overall like filmmaking standpoint, like I definitely still would stand by behind the camera.
Yeah,
That's kind of
definitely.
like that's what I prefer. Like I don't mind having a cameo here and there. My special boy kind of happened because it's like I was okay with doing that because like yeah, I'd actually taken some acting classes like throughout college and everything. And when James kind of approached me and said, "You look like a camp counselor," I was like, okay. I mean, hey, let's do it. I mean, I'm getting more and more comfortable in front of the camera by doing YouTube videos and everything. It's still like I definitely have to be like in the right mindset to do it. And that is just mostly a personal preference thing because I want to make sure that, the audience is getting the best version of me and not just someone that's going to be like, "Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Represent." Like, so
Anyways, are you gonna ask me?
yeah, I'm asking you too. What's your preference? What do you like?
Depends on what I'm filming. I was waiting the whole time just to say that.
Well, there we
Just
have it,
kidding.
everyone. And everyone, guess what? Good night. We're gonna close the show out right there. We're not gonna talk about any sort of Scream. We're just gonna
That's it. That's why I
it.
was also laughing because I was like, I want to get the joke in. I need to get the joke in, please. Yeah,
So,
depends on what I'm filming. Thank you.
okay. Depends on what Destiny's filming, everybody. So there you go. Or what she's doing, what she's up to.
You never know.
Denise, what's going on? I did not miss you, but what's going on? How you doing? Happy New Year to you too. Welcome in. Glad that you can join us.
You said I did not miss you, and it sounded like
I'm not gonna lie. I did not hope that you caught that, Denise. That is not what I was trying to say. Okay,
Denise.
I meant that I miss you. I meant that I did not miss you in the chat. Okay, did not miss you in the chat. Let's
Denise.
Denise. D nice. Let's see here. Brandon says, "Can you show the rebubble stickers I bought you for your B-Day?"
Let me go. Hold on.
Let's see.
I
All right.
think they're over here.
She's gonna have to go and grab those really quickly.
I hope they're over here. So I'm okay. Hold on.
So she is going to be right back. She's gonna grab that. I see a couple questions here in the chat. Don't worry, we're gonna get to them. So thank you guys for your patience as always. She's just grabbing a few things to show off what she got for her birthday from our fellow viewer, Brandon.
Okay.
So.
Hello. Okay. I still have all my shit from everything in this bag because I am lazy. But here we go. Okay. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, wait, no, I don't want to show off my favorite first. So I have this one. Eddie's Girl.
Very nice.
This one's also really cool. It's Max. And then it says, it's like the running up that hill and her like floating. Super cool. And then this one, Never Change. And then Jennifer's Body.
Oh, nice. Very
and
nice.
I also got this cute Christmas card from them. this is Christmas music. So
That's awesome.
thank you for these. I'm one of those people though, like stickers give me anxiety because like I don't know where to put them because I don't have a laptop to put them on or anything. So I collect all my stickers until one day I find a place for them so I don't let them go to waste. That's why they are still in here and not used yet. But yes, thank you for those because those are really cool. I really liked them. And the Never Change one almost made me cry. So thank you for that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes, love them.
Great gift. Way to go, Brandon. Very thoughtful. I'm not going to lie. So,
Nailed it.
Yeah. It's like, nailed it.
Oh my God, I had to run to the living room.
Chris, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome. Denise says that I'm so ready for Scream 6. Do we think Samantha and Tara is going to survive this movie? What do you think, Destiny? Are they making it out? I'm not going to lie. I think one of them is going to die. I think I really do think it might be Sam. I think that Tara is going to be the final girl in this trilogy if one of them is going to die.
I don't think either of them will die in this movie.
No?
No, I think if one of them was going to die, well, honestly, I feel like neither of them will die at all. But I think if one were to die, I think it would be in like the next movie because I don't know, like which it would be a good sort of like not like subverting the final girl trope because in a way I guess it could because like you do expect these two and especially Sam to be the final girl. Like she's the person that's like taking over this franchise in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be crazy if Sam were to die because I'd be like, what the fuck? Because I just don't see her dying. But you know, there's always a possibility. But I just feel like neither of them will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it's interesting, and I mean, in a way, it's like you'd think that like they're kind of like two of like the three, like because right now they have like a group of four, so you have to think that one of them are going to die in this movie. Like, so you're thinking it's either going to be Chad or Mindy that's going to die.
And I don't want, but then again, I also feel like
the Meekses. I mean, hey. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like Chad is kind of like taking over the Dewey role because you know at the very end of Scream 5 he's doing like the thumbs up and I feel like that's something like that's so like Dewey and we've seen that sort of happen with him being like rolled out in the fucking ambulance at the very end of the movie after you think he's already dead. So I feel like he's kind of taking the Dewey role. So then again, like I don't feel like they're gonna kill him either. And then, you know, you could say Mindy is like the Randy, but then they did kill Randy, which they regret it. So are they going to make the same sort of mistake again with that and kill off Mindy? I don't know because I don't want any of them to die. Like I really enjoy all of these characters and I don't want any of them to go. And I know obviously with Scream 5, when they killed off a certain character, it does show anyone can go. Like no one is safe in these movies anymore. You can't sort of, because I feel like with the first 4, well, I would say 2, 3, and 4, because, you know, the first one is just setting up everything up. But I feel like with those movies, there's such like a comfortability going into it. Like, you know, the main trio are going to be fine by the end.
Yeah.
But then in Scream 5, that shows that that's not really the case anymore. And especially this seems so much more intense and brutal with with 6. And so any of them can go, but I don't want any of them to go. Right.
So, I mean, because like you were saying, like they regretted killing off Randy, right? But I mean, like as of right now, Meeks hasn't survived or made it through a sequel. So, you know, it's like,
Martha.
Okay, yeah, Martha did. That's true.
But like up front, center.
But like up front on screen, like are very much included in the story. Like a Meeks has not made it past a sequel. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I feel like because Chad came so close in Scream 5 to almost, die. He might be the one to die in Scream 6. But I feel like that they also have to kill off a character like that. I feel like that this is the middle chapter. Because like at the end of this one, you want to give incentive for, granted at the end, like we're going to know who the killer is in this one. And inevitably there's going to be, a Scream 7 and that'll be it. And it'll be like one more round of killers and then they'll just probably end it after that, at least for a little while. So, but this is like the middle chapter of a trilogy. And this is like a big character is going to need to die, like one of them. And if it's not going to be Sam or if it's not going to be Tara, it's either going to be Mindy or Chad, in my opinion. I don't think that they're going to kill Kirby in this. I feel like that she's too big of a fan favorite, and she's just now coming back after all the speculation about her surviving and Wes actually confirming that she did survive, and then her having that little Easter egg that she could be coming in Scream 5, in Scream 6, right? There's just a lot of speculation that like she's obviously going to survive this entire thing. There is also a theory though right now that I do think that this would be a really fucking good ending. This would be a really great ending. I'm not going to lie. If we go to Sydney's house and she gets a phone call and it's a new Ghostface, and that's what leads into Scream 7. Because then she would be back, the other characters would be back, and it would just kind of like tie everything full circle. I saw a tweet the other day of someone just saying like, what if at the end that Ghostface calls Sydney? And I think that would be an absolutely outstanding way to kind of tie that going into 7. That would be a cliffhanger ending, and it would be like, I would have chills like at the end as like it faded to black, and I'd be like, what the fuck? So I think that would be absolutely awesome. If that was true, I would be totally happy with that. Atanis says, are you guys excited for Renfield? It is in my top 3 most anticipated movies of 2023. So Destiny, I'm going to let you take this one first.
Yes, I am. Before this is the Nicolas Cage Dracula movie, right?
Yes.
Okay, before I just start talking. I am excited. It's definitely not like it looks like it's just gonna be like a campy, fun time. And that same thing with Megan. That's all I wanted was to have fun, and I feel like it's the same way for this movie. And I wasn't like super hyped for Megan, but I was just like, I wanted to go see it. It looked like fun, and I feel the same for this. Like I'm not super like losing my shit about it, but I am excited because I remember seeing pictures of Nicolas Cage as Dracula. I feel like last year, maybe even the year before that. And then I forget his name, but he was in the menu. And I saw that he was in it as well. I was like, oh, like that's pretty cool. And it looks gory. There was a certain death scene in the trailer that I was like, what the fuck? And that actually played before Megan. So my friend got to see the trailer for that as well. And that was the day it came out. The trailer did. So I'm excited. It looks like it's going to be a fun time. But I'm not like,
Yeah.
But I'll be there most likely in theaters.
Yeah. No, and I think it looks like the trailer surprised me. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I'm not going to lie. Like when this movie was like up and coming, I was like thinking, or not up and coming because it is up and coming right now. But when it was in development, I thought that it was going to be like a more serious take on it, for whatever reason. But then I was like, oh, okay, like this trailer really surprised me. I was like, wow, like this looks like a lot of fun. And so I'll definitely be there, in theaters for it for a fact. I definitely think that it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks very tongue in cheek. It looks like the thing with a movie like that is you want to make sure it knows what it is. Right.
Yeah.
And it very much is playing along with the fact that like this is fucking Nicolas Cage as Dracula, like when he's at that meeting and he's kind of like up in the air and he's like, I am Dracula. And I'm like, see, that's a lot of fun. Like I was like, I like that a lot. or even when he's like, hey, come on in, and then because they have to be like, he has to be invited in, and he's screaming like, no. I loved it. So I think that the trailer looked like it was just going to be a fun movie, and
Yeah.
I'll be there for sure. So
And it was really funny for like watching the trailer before Megan, because like I was with my friend Diana, and she didn't know what this movie was or anything. And so when it came on, I was like, oh my God. Like I whispered to her, I was like, this just like came out today. Like I watched this earlier whenever I was at work, or when we were at work. And because, it keeps Nicolas Cage off of it for a while until you get the reveal that it's him. I leaned over to her and I was like, wait till you fucking see who is Dracula. And he popped up and she was like, what the fuck? And other people in the theaters that were sitting like right next to us, they were like, oh my God. So when people saw it was Nicolas Cage, they're like, okay, guys, like, come on.
see,
So
like,
it seems like, people are going to be like, just
yeah.
having fun.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, just based on like the reactions that you hear like within the theater from that, it's just like that is what we just call the casual movie audience, those that don't follow the production companies or anybody like that on social media. So it's like, because honestly, like after you sent me this morning the first look at the Scream teaser, like, which they posted early as fuck, by the way. Like, it was like only 7:00 my time. Like, I was like, holy shit! Like, this is like they're doing this early. So like I saw that you had texted me it, and then I was like, oh shit! Like, so I opened Instagram. First thing on Instagram is that. So that's normally how it is. Like anything that's like big news headlines, it's pretty much filtered to pop up right away as soon as I open my social media apps. So that was the exact same thing with the Renfield trailer. Like I opened Instagram and I not only did I see the poster, but it said check out the official trailer of Renfield. I was like, okay, cool, let's take a look. So and yeah, I thought that it looked like it was going to be a fun movie. So let's see here. Chris says that I drink a glass of eggs like Rocky before every stream.
There you go.
There you go. That's one way to do it. Like the scene from Rocky Balboa, he's literally you just see him put 3 raw eggs in a glass during his training montage, of course. And then you just see him like.
I've seen the part of Family Guy when Brian is training like him, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the raw eggs. I mean, that is the breakfast of champions right there. You got it. But it's funny because if you actually watch the behind the scenes of Sylvester Stallone doing that, it's like they call action. He like actually does it. He like holds them in his mouth and then he's like, and he like spits them out. Because you could tell that like when he's in the movie, even as that last egg is kind of like falling out of the cup, it's definitely something. So yeah.
Do you not get salmonella from that?
Salmonella is from meat. That's on red meat.
It also comes from eggs, though.
I don't think so.
You can't eat raw cookie dough because of salmonella, and you put eggs in cookie dough.
Hold on, let me look.
Okay, you do that. I'm getting my vape.
Maybe the audience is just gonna call me stupid if it's not. So
What'd you say?
I said the audience is just gonna call me stupid if it's not.
Well, like I know that's why you can't eat cookie dough or raw cookie dough.
I eat raw cookie dough all the time. So.
And the same thing with brownie batter. Like you're not supposed to because you put raw egg in it, but we all do.
Okay. It does say that eggs can be contaminated with salmonella. Okay, you're right. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know everything. I'm not a fucking scientist. So, but we learn. We live and we learn, right? People, that's the lesson that I'm giving you all tonight. Live and you'll learn. That's it. So, congratulations, everyone. Y'all got to see me sound like a freaking idiot. And Tana says, do you think Gale and Kirby are coming back in Scream 6 just to be killed off? I don't think Kirby is. I don't know if Gale's going to be killed off in this one either. Which brings me to, let's pull up here. Let's start kind of going through some of these images too. So this image right here of Gale in Scream 6. I really like the look of this image. I really like the look. I mean, the one thing that I gotta praise Scream, like even 5 for, really all the Scream movies have great, cinematography and everything. Oh, sorry, were you examining that? Go ahead.
A
You could,
warning next time. Yeah, it
you,
looks great.
yeah. But obviously, so to me, this is just Gail in her element, right? She is in her vibe right now. This is what Gail does best. And she's
Hmm.
examining something. We don't really know what it is. This kind of looks like it's entering like an apartment building or something, like the cage of an apartment complex in New York. Like you like got like the little key code right here on
Hmm.
the door as well. So yeah, Gail is doing some examining. I don't think that she's gonna die in this movie.
I feel like. Oh, sorry, not to cut you
I
off.
feel like that she might die in 7, but I mean, I don't know if she will in this one.
I'm gonna say that feels a little ballsy, after Scream 5, and for that to, like it's like whoa, easy. But maybe in 7, I just feel like damn, you can't do that to us 2 times in a row, man.
Mhm.
Like that would hurt. So
I
I
mean,
hope
it's
not.
gonna hurt either way if any of the new characters like really go either in a way that. But also, like we're being told that this is the most vicious Ghostface that we've seen yet. Like, I mean, in a way, I really don't think he or she or whoever is not gonna give a singular fuck as to what happens or what they do. And oh, go ahead. Looked like you had a comment.
Well, I was thinking about they say like the most vicious, but that makes me wonder because I feel like with anytime there's Ghostface around, all the people are targeted for a reason. So what if this is just because we saw, or if you've seen the little teaser, you do see they are in like a gas station. So it makes me wonder, like maybe by like most vicious, it's not necessarily like our main characters either. It's just like really anyone that's around. Because you're in New
Maybe,
York, there's a lot of people. We saw it like on the subway. Like that could also just mean a lot of people that are just there are going to die, which I think would
maybe,
be cool because, I mean, we saw like the cops in like the hospital or like their dead bodies, but we never really just see people that aren't just you know what I mean, like in
hmm
this close knit group dying off. So I think it'd be cool just to see random fucking people
hmm
dying because it would feel different for Ghostface. But that little 7-second thing they posted earlier is so different from Ghostface that we know. So I feel
hmm
like this movie it's gonna be so different than just like our normal Scream movies, which I'm excited for because it is the 6th movie. So
yeah,
I'm happy
yeah,
they because everyone always complains with Scream, it's the same shit over and over again. So I hope this one is, different, a little different, but still keeping the same Scream vibe, but is
yeah.
different. That way, maybe people can be like, oh wow, they tried something new.
Right, right. And I'm not gonna lie, that's what makes me excited for tomorrow. It's what makes me excited to kind of see what the main, like honestly, like for a hot second during the stream, I forgot that. Oh shit, we're getting the trailer tomorrow too.
We're getting the
Um,
trailer, and Joseph Quinn is supposed to be announced for Dallas Fan Expo.
Look at that.
And if he's
Look at
not,
that.
I'm gonna fucking break my phone.
So if anyone is trying to get a hold of Destiny tomorrow, and it'll probably be because of that. So
Yeah,
just know that she's not going to be in any form of communication. So,
yeah.
but speaking of like Final Girls and the women of Scream, we've got Kirby. She is back and she looks absolutely stunning in this image. I'm not gonna lie, her hair in this, I know I've said this before. Her hair, it looks better here. It looks better than it did in the one image that was posted. I will say
Yeah.
that. I will say that. I can still tell that she's in a wig,
Wig.
but she looks great. She does, and I know that she's very excited to be back. I'm hoping that she says a few things in the trailer tomorrow. I'm hoping that we actually get a couple good things as to seeing how she's brought back. And even if they don't want to share how she's back or her explaining it in the trailer, obviously we want to keep that for the movie and everything. But yeah, Kirby, she's back, and we got a first look image of her today, and I'm definitely excited to see what they do with her. We've got Sam and Tara. Looks like that they're in the middle of the street. It looks like behind them looks like that there's like a drugstore or something like that, just based on the lighting. We got New York police cars all around. Obviously, a graphic scene of some sort has just gone down, right?
Yeah, I
Like
think that might be after the gas station scene. That's what it kind of looks like.
that would make sense. I would say that that's a pretty stellar prediction. Dude,
Yeah.
that gas station clip looked so fucking good today.
I
Just a little
know.
clip. Just the little clip looked good.
Like I was losing. I made like 4 people at work watch it. I was like, oh my god, you have to see this. I was like, it's only 7 seconds, so like you have to see this.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know.
insane.
7 seconds, but we see Ghostface wielding a fucking gun. Like,
Fucking like shotgun, bitch.
like
what the fuck?
Looks like we have all of our characters here holding hands. It looks like that they're in a hospital, and that's just because of what's behind Sam on the wall. Looks like a medical chart, so looks like there's something going on to where someone that they know is in the hospital or something. Looks like that Chad has a Blackmore University hoodie on, so could be on a New York college campus. But I wanted to save this image for last. I had to save this image for last because my fucking gosh,
Oh my god.
this is the best fucking image of Ghostface. It's in our thumbnail tonight. This is the best image of Ghostface for a Scream movie, like marketing wise, that I think I've ever seen. This image is absolutely just menacing. The mask, the way that he's holding that knife. I was texting my buddy earlier saying that this is epic. And Misael, I haven't seen if anyone is if Misael's in the stream watching right now, but he did say, he was like, I would honestly buy an action figure of him doing that pose like that. And I was like, dude, you ain't fucking lying. I'm like, I would definitely buy that action figure. The cloak looks so good in this image. What are you laughing at?
I was looking at the comments and it has nothing. Okay, really quick. Galford's dog said her hair looks like JLC in Halloween 2, and that's so fucking funny because I was texting Mia earlier and I said her wig is as lifeless as Lori's in Halloween 2. So I agree. I said that exact same thing. Anyways, yes, this image. Outstanding.
Yeah. No, I mean, literally, I saw this morning. I think that you sent this to me initially too.
Yeah, I think that was the first one that I sent you because I said there was a teaser and I sent that, or I said there's new stills, and then I went to Instagram and I saw the teaser and I was like, oh my god, there's a teaser as well. Like,
yeah,
there's so much shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and is he? I'm gonna remove this comment really quick because
it looks like he's definitely probably on top of someone. I would imagine.
It looks like it because it looks like he's like about to slash something or somebody, right? So, yeah. Guys, spoiler alert, peeps! This is a horror movie, and people are gonna die.
No.
So,
but you want to know something interesting? Sorry. There's someone that we have not seen at all for anything so far, and it's Samara Weaving.
That is true.
We've only seen her on set, like little pictures of her on set. We haven't seen her at all.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I don't know.
You know, I'm not going to lie. In the image where Ghostface has the weathered mask on, which seems like it seems like that's going to be the main mask of this movie. Mm-hmm. Just based on that image, based on some of the images that we've got, based on that little teaser we got today, it looks like that the beat up weather, and I'm cool with that because I love it. I think that it looks good. It looks menacing. I don't know why they're deciding to go with a weathered mask, but I'm not going to lie. There was an image I saw of the one where it looked like to be in a living room and Ghostface is holding the knife, like holding it like this, and it's the weathered mask. You guys probably all know what I'm talking about. and someone like zoomed in on the eye and like turned up the brightness. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looked like a blue eye, like underneath the mask. So, but that could also work could be done to it and all that shit. So. But I don't want to know. I really, the thing that I hope with this movie is that I'm not able to predict a killer. That was one of the biggest downfalls for me of Scream 5 is I knew exactly who the two killers were going into it. So I really hope that when I'm watching this one that I don't get any sort of like clues or anything. And that's what obviously, we know who everybody in the chat probably knows who the killers are in Scream, the first movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the best part of watching the first movie is it's so well crafted, it's so well written that it's like people are constantly trying to guess as a first time viewer, like, oh my God, who's it going to be? Right. So that's kind of like what I want to get with this movie is I want it to be like Ghostface can pop up like at any time, but who is it?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to be able to put the pieces together as to, oh, this character's off screen, or oh, they're gone, and all that stuff. So,
yeah, my only thing with Samara Weaving is I feel like she's gonna be the opening kill because it makes sense, like she is a big name. It's very much like the Drew Barrymore type of thing, but again, it's obvious. And then I think the other possibility is she's a killer. But then again, I feel like that's obvious. You know what I mean? With her character, or with her herself, I just feel like both choices of her either being the opening kill or the killer, they're the most obvious too. So I'm really curious to see. And plus, we haven't seen anything with her in it. I'm like, what are they hiding? Either she's barely in the fucking movie or she's in it a lot. And then it's just because like she'll play both, well. I feel like she is the opening kill, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want her to be. Why are you laughing?
I'm just laughing at this comment, the Kelford's dog comment. We all know there's only one thing Braden eats raw. And you're probably thinking the same. It's what?
Eggs.
It's eggs.
This is a family channel.
It's eggs. I know. I can't get flagged for, anything bad. All right. But Gelford, it's you and I probably got the same mind going on right now. So
Thorn, cover your ears.
No, but and then Daner, what's going on? Says who hasn't licked a cookie dough spoon? I mean, shit, I do all the time. Like it's like I try to be good and not do it. Like when I make the cookie dough batch. But I'm kind of like sitting there and it's just like calling me. It's just like
it's a little treat. You deserve it. If you're making cookies, you deserve a little treat before the cookies.
Exactly. So Brettman was excited to see Kirby on screen. So I see the comment right here. Her hair looks like JLC in Halloween 2. Chris says raw, not at all, my friend.
And Chris, I will have to say something. He said, okay, but it was obvious when the trailer dropped, Jenna Ortega was the opening scene. We all knew that, but we didn't know that she would survive. I would like to point out that I figured she was going to survive. I will just say that. So.
Wait, who? Who was going to survive?
Jenna Ortega, Tara.
Oh, gotcha.
Because, that would make sense. She was going to be, the opening scene. But then I remember there's another part in the trailer where it's in the hospital when you see someone in a wheelchair. And I was like, I don't know. That looks like it could be Jenna Ortega. And it was. Mm-hmm. And I hope it, that was what was so cool about the opening scene for Scream 5 is that we did have a survivor. And it was finally something different. Like Scream 4 is different with it, being a movie within a fucking movie. And then all of a sudden we're in the real world. So I hope they find another way to kind of change up the opening. That way it's not so much of the same. But then again, they just did something different. So I feel like they're going to go back to having a traditional Scream opening scene.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I'm not
see in
lie.
a couple months.
I was thinking about this today. And I'm going to bring it up in tomorrow's stream too, because it's interesting. And like, what if back in Scream 4, like, you know, they had the seven stab movies, right? Like, what if that was like a little hint as to there's going to be 7 Screams, and then that's like Scream 7 is going to be it. But then they did start talking. Like, I was thinking about that earlier, but then I also thought that, you know what, in Scream 5, then they also went on to Stab 8, and
and it
they did
sucked.
they did all the requels and the all that shit. Which obviously that was something that I very much enjoyed about Scream 5 is the fact that it went into the toxic fandom and everything. Because like obviously fandom over these last few years, there's been no issues with fandom. It's been perfectly all sunshine and rainbows. Like, you know, no issues, no controversies, no fights, no death threats on Twitter, nothing.
No one's an absolute fucking dickhead on either side. Whether you love it or hate it, you're going to get attacked.
Exactly. So, you know, it's like, and that's one thing I very much enjoyed about Scream 5 is how they tackled that.
And it's so funny because I remember like when Scream 5 came out, everyone's like, oh, the motive's so fucking stupid. I'm like, is it though? Like, is it stupid? Is it dumb? Because it's so accurate. Like, that is so true. That's how people get like passionate, and like there's nothing wrong with being passionate. Oh, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being passionate. There is something wrong with being a fucking dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
That is your problem. We're both passionate, but I wouldn't be like, Braden, you fucking dumbass, how dare you like this movie? Like, no, because like whatever, I don't care that much.
Yeah,
but that is how people act. And so I think it was just funny when people are like, oh, that's so dumb. It's like, well, I don't know, if you just fucking look, it does get like that. Yeah, maybe not going so far to fucking killing people over it and trying to, like, you know, restart a franchise from a movie like that they love or anything, but like people do act like that.
Yeah,
just maybe not that extreme, but people do act like that. Like Halloween Ends, when that movie came out, oh my god, my Twitter was insane. And I was watching like Victoria being attacked on Twitter too. Like I was watching all my friends being attacked, whether they loved the movie or hated the movie. No matter what side you're on, you're going to get attacked. And it's like, oh my god, shut up. And a lot of times it's from people you don't know, people that don't follow you, someone you've never interacted before, and they're going to be like, you're stupid. Or this younger generation, they just don't understand movies. And that really pisses me off too, because I'm like, well, I've been here since I was like 4 years old. Just because I'm younger doesn't mean anything. But, you know, people always have something to say.
Right. Yeah. And it's stupid. It's stupid. Brett, man, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to get to your super chat here in just 1 second, but I want to answer Brandon's first because he is a channel member. So, serious question: has Ghostface become a new horror icon to new audiences since the release of Scream 5? Honestly, that's a really good question. I mean, I can't necessarily say because my sister Riley is technically part of like that new generation. She just turned 21. So it's like, and maybe you're even talking about younger than that. But Riley has been around, you know, us our whole lives, and my parents loved Scream. Like, that was one of those that they actually bought on DVD and they introduced it to us because they knew that we all loved, you know, we loved Halloween and everything. Yeah, like they were like, we need you guys to watch this movie. So my sister Riley definitely was familiar with Scream already. And she is now introducing Scream to a lot of her friends who has never seen Scream before, and they love it. So really, I honestly, Scream, it just turned 25. So, you know, it's like, I think it's one of those movies to where it's like still not super old. And like, I mean, you watch it and it feels like, especially on Blu-ray or 4K, it looks fucking amazing still. So it's like, I think that Scream itself is becoming really fresh again. And that is coming after the release of Scream 5 because audiences are like, oh, well, I have to watch Scream. And then they have to watch the franchise because Scream 5 is a continuation of this franchise. So I think that Scream itself is kind of already established, but new generations are now getting introduced to it, and Ghostface is once again becoming an icon. Because like, I mean, Ghostface, like, you know, hey, I love him to death. He's still ranked number 2 on my list because it goes Michael Myers and Ghostface. But hey, Ghostface, I'm going to turn my camera. He made it up on my shelf. So, you know, I do absolutely love Ghostface, but he takes number 2. So that's my answer to that. What do you think, Destiny?
I would say yes, because you know, like 2011 before Scream 5 was like the last movie, and like for example, you're talking about your sister, my friend Diana, before Scream 5 came out, because I told her like how much I love Scream, and she had never seen them before, and so then she went because I think they're on like Paramount Plus or something, and so she watched all of them and stuff like that, getting ready for Scream 5. Because I feel like obviously with like horror fans, like Ghostface never went away, and like the Scream movies never went away. But now with new ones coming out, like you said, you know, 5 and then 6, it's having all these people that had not seen Ghostface before, and just seeing how horror movies itself has just like widespread into like all like audiences. Whether you're a horror movie fan like how we are, or just a casual goer, horror movies are becoming super popular to go to now, which is so cool. So I do think, yes, it is finding a new audience just with like younger people, because like
Sure.
they're not old, but then again, like now I feel like nowadays with like people like younger than me, like something from 2010 is old. You know what I mean? Because now everything is so fucking boom, boom, boom. You know, there's always just like every day there's something new, always new like TikTok trends and new makeup and new fashion. Everything is so just fucking go, go, go. So
Yeah.
I do think now more people are just becoming more aware. Younger audiences are becoming more aware. So I think
Right.
that's really cool because, you know, I
Sure.
wish like I could remember whenever I went back and I watched like the Scream movies for the first time. So I do think it's cool that like that's happening for a bunch of people now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally agree. I think that that's all really good points. And, you know, I don't think Ghostface was ever really going anywhere because he was also still very much a large part of the Halloween costume audience. Like, you know, people would dress up as him and everything. We had actually had a couple kids in our neighborhood this past Halloween that was dressed up as Ghostface, and any time that they would walk by, I'd be like, "Dude, nice costume!" Like, you know, and that
Yep.
made me happy. It
Same
made me
here.
happy. I was like, "Yes!" I was like, you know, these horror icons are not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
that,
If they are dressed up in like horror movie stuff, I would give them extra candy because I thought that was really cool.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, that's what you got to do,
I'm a
right?
little biased.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
can I say?
Brett, man, thank you for the super chat. Get ready to lose your Scream prediction title in March, Destiny.
Look, even if I lose this, I would just like to say I did not get everything right for Scream 5, but I would say I got maybe 75% of what I said was what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my thing that I will still hold over their heads. I said in maybe not that first video, but when we did a follow up going through like what we said was right and like what happened, I did say that, you know, Samara Weaving was supposed to be in Scream 5, but they couldn't make it work because of scheduling. And I was like, what if she's not, like, she won't be in Scream 5, but she'll be in Scream 6? Boom, happening. And I said, what if, you know, Scream 5, that was Sydney's sort of send off, and then we get Kirby back kind of taking over that role, which she's back. Sydney's
Mm-hmm.
not in this one. So even if I don't win this one, I still kind of won because I still did call 2 big things before anything Scream 6 came out. So we'll see.
I would definitely say that I would say that's solid. You definitely won.
I
You
was
know,
so happy when that got announced. I was like, I fucking knew it. I was
yeah,
like, yes, I knew it.
yeah. And
Yes.
hey, that was a good prediction. I'm not gonna lie, because and like you were saying, like they had been trying to get her involved with 5, but due to scheduling, they couldn't. So it's nice that they found a way to bring her into 6. You
Yeah.
know, I think that, I mean, I know that she has a good relationship with Radio Silence and everything. So I'm loving the Easter eggs, like to Ready or Not, and I'm
Yes.
loving the Easter eggs to just like the modern horror. Like I'm liking the like how Tara's favorite movie in Scream 5 was the Babadook and all that stuff. I was like, see, I like this. Like this, and anybody that doesn't like Scream 5, I'm just kind of like, I mean, that's fine. That's your opinion, but I'm almost just kind of like, well, like, did you not like that they pretty much did, like, they were just reinventing it to fit the modern scale?
And that's the
Like,
thing, because anytime you do something like that to fit the modern scale, all of a sudden it's woke. All of a sudden it's trying to be elevated. But it's like it's doing the same thing that it was in 1996. It's just different now.
it is,
But it
like,
is the same thing. Like they talked about Jordan Peele. You know, Jordan Peele fucking rules, and they're like, oh, it's like okay, but
yeah,
they did the same thing.
yeah, and they did, and I think that like in a way I kind of found the opening to be creepier because of the alarm system and how the doors can automatically unlock and everything like that. Like, you know, I thought that was all very like tedious and like edge of your seat, like, oh my gosh, right?
Okay,
So
Chris, yes, there's no Selena Gomez. Look, that was just a rumor I had heard, so I thought maybe she would have been in the opening, but there was no Selena Gomez. Look, people were following her from the cast. It seemed a little suspicious. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Selena Gomez was not in Scream 5.
mhm.
I was
No,
wrong.
she's
I
not.
will admit that.
No, she's not. Galford says, "What if they show a newspaper clipping that says Sydney died from a brick dropping on her
I
head?"
would
I'm
leave.
walking. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving. What the fuck?
I'm officially done, and the franchise will have ended how it started in my eyes, because it ended very much like Scream, the first one did at the end of Scream 5, with the cameras kind of like pulling up with the house and everything. So that would be the official end of Scream for me. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like there's no sequels after that. I'm not going to buy this one. We're just going to act like 6 has never happened. So
Can I say something really cool, really quick?
yeah, go ahead.
One of the directors do follow me from Scream 5. Tyler? Wait, is it Tyler?
Yeah, it's the Tyler. I have him actually right here.
It's the cuter one. He follows me.
Tyler Gillett.
What's the other one's name?
Matt Bettinelli Open.
No, it's Matt. Matt is the one that follows me.
Is it Matt?
I think so. I feel bad. I should fucking know this. But
yeah, you should.
It is
Shame
Matt.
on you.
It
See,
is Matt.
because like, so I always got nervous to mispronounce Matt Bettinelli Open. So I like, or even like just the two of them, like Tyler Gillett, like that's a name I feel like I should remember. But like you say Matt's name fast and it's a tongue twister for sure. So I always just call him Radio Silence. Like in my videos, like
yes.
for the sake of not messing it up,
fucking it up.
I always just say Radio Silence.
One of the members of Radio Silence did follow me last year after Scream 5, and I had to go to the walk-in and freak the fuck out because I was losing my shit. I thought that was just like, oh my god, what the fuck? So yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. That was really cool. I remember you screenshot that and sent that to me literally immediately.
I was literally showing everyone.
I was like, look at you.
They just need to put me in Scream 7.
All right, Sebastian, this is a great question to kind of close out the show on. So, do you think Stu will be back? So, this is the kind of the final question for the night. Destiny, what do you think prior to going into the trailer tomorrow? Just overall thoughts. Do you think Stu is going to be back in Scream 6?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Just no?
I mean, like, I know that was like one of the original ideas for Scream 3 is like he would be alive and then there's like a cult of like Ghostface going around. And I feel like that's almost maybe what they're doing with this because we do see so many Ghostface, which of course it could just be costumes. Like you're saying, like those costumes are so easy to get and they're everywhere. So it could just be something like that. It's just, I feel like if they're going to bring Stu back, it's been too long, you know? And I feel like if they were to bring him back now, that would just be fan service because a lot of people do want him back, you know, and even Matthew Lillard, he wants to come back. And I love Matthew Lillard with like everything in me, but like I just don't know how they would make that logically work.
I mean, if they do, maybe the writers have an idea that no one has ever thought of. Maybe that was part of their initial pitch to get the gig of the writers for these new movies. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's going to come back. I think he's dead. I see some of the chat here literally saying that he's literally dead. I mean, dude got a fucking TV thrown on his head and electrocuted, a box TV, a big heavy one. Like, I mean, there's just, I don't know. Like, if he was gonna come back, I feel like it would need to be in the finale. I feel like it would need to be with Sydney in it. I feel like that I mean, she's really the only one that he could be out for revenge on, right? Like, that's pretty much it. And it would need to make total sense as to why and how he's alive. Otherwise, it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and this is why I see these movies on Thursday night, because everybody knows that after Thursday night, Friday, there would be spoilers all over the fucking place, like with Stu. That was the same thing with Billy. Like when Billy Loomis was back, like everyone was like already filming and putting it on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and all that shit. Like I'm just like and that's a downside about social media is that it spoils everything.
I was about to say that. Like that is something like, I was talking about TikToks, and I feel like TikTok does do such a great job of like getting horror movies out there and stuff like that. But then when you have stuff like that where people are going to the theater and they're fucking filming, like there's a part of Megan I won't say because you haven't seen it, but there's a part of Megan that like people are filming because it is a funny scene. But like as soon as I got out from Megan and I went home and I got on TikTok and I saw that on there and I was like, it's a really good thing I fucking had already seen the movie, or else like that would have been spoiled. And it's not like a huge plot thing or anything like that, but I was just like, I would rather see that for my own eyes. It's like when Stranger Things Volume 2 of Season 4 came out. If I would not have woken up at 2 a.m. to watch that, I would have been fucking spoiled. Because as soon as it ended and I got on Twitter, all the deaths, everything, all that was... Are you kidding me, Thorn? All that was like everywhere. And I was like, wow, I'm so glad I fucking woke up early, or else I would have been fucking spoiled for everything. Yeah. So that is something I wish just people would just be more courteous about shit like that. Like, I know they go do it and then you get a bunch of likes and shit like that. And I feel like it is just for clout and stuff. But like, come on now. That's not cool. Yeah. But people are selfish. People don't care.
Right. Exactly. So, and just to kind of pull up this comment as we close everything out, he says, don't forget, not only did he have a tube TV crushed on him, he also was electrocuted. But before that, he was also already bleeding out. And then, yes, I will pull up the Daner comment. He was woozy.
Exactly. So, like, I don't know.
Like, so, yeah, I think that, and I mean, yeah, Chris even said, like, you can't cut me too deep. I think I'm, like, these are all lines that came directly from him. Like, I mean, shit, I'm not going to lie. I was shocked that he was able to hustle out. I mean, this could also just be that he was also in a state of shock after getting stabbed so many times. Like the way that he was able to just like run out of the kitchen and just like charge Sydney pretty much. Like
adrenaline.
I mean, it was like that like last ounce of adrenaline that he had in him. He's just like, you know what? Fuck this.
Fuck it.
So
yeah. I know people want him back, and then I know people really don't want him back for the reasons like we were saying, just like logistically, like how the fuck? Like if they were gonna bring him back, they would have to like blow my mind with how they bring him back. They can't just be like, and here's Stu, and he just pops up,
Yeah.
Like it would have to be something like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that coming because that's so good. Like if he just fucking popped up, I'd be like,
yeah, it would have to be something shocking. It would have to be something that definitely made sense. So,
yeah.
But with all that being said, Destiny, what you got coming up here for the remainder of the week? What's going on?
We will both be on Good Real Hunting's channel on Friday for Scream Warriors.
Yes, ma'am, we will. So that'll be on Friday night. Anything else after that?
Me and I were talking about maybe doing like an Instagram live stream tomorrow on Instagram, obviously.
Oh, okay.
So we might do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Besides that, no, nothing else.
Cool. Easy rest of the week. Gotta love it. I have 2 more things coming up this week. Tomorrow we will be doing the Scream trailer breakdown. We're gonna have a live stream. So get in here, guys. Tomorrow afternoon, probably around lunchtime, we're gonna be doing a Scream 6 trailer live stream. So I'm very excited for that. I'm gonna watch the trailer a couple times. I'm gonna kind of formalize my theories and everything, and kind of mash together what I want to talk about. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be spending the morning doing. I'm going to have coffee. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to look at everything and kind of examine some stuff and see what we're working with. And then on Friday night, yes, as Destiny said, we will both be on Brett Mann's and Brad's channel. We're going to be on Good Real Huntings for Scream Warriors, the first episode of that. So we're definitely very, very excited for that. So, yeah, that's pretty much all we got going on. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was a great start to the 2023 Fear Freaks run. And if you guys like this, as always, don't forget to join the channel on its journey to 15,000 subscribers. And we will see you guys next time on Fear Freaks.
Bye.